Hey homies, welcome back to Something New Saturday. This Saturday where I get to show you some new stuff. I picked up some My Favorite Things at the expo a few weeks ago. Got this cute little stamp set. This is a birthday set with puppies and it is called Presents and Pupcakes. I also picked up the matching dies because why not? And I got this brick stencil. I don't have a brick stencil in my stash. I do have this small Tim Holtz 3D embossing folder, but I didn't have a stencil yet, so I picked this up. So we're gonna make a birthday card. What do you say we get started? First thing I'm gonna do is stencil some brick background on my card. This is a top folding A2 card made from the Amazon Accent Opaque 120-pound heavy paper. Get a little tape. I've got 3 distress inks to use with this stencil. Lost Shadow, Ground Espresso, and Vintage Photo. I'm gonna make kind of a grungy brick background. All right. Let's start with Lost Shadow. A little bit of this. Now my Lost Shadow is a little contaminated because some picked raspberry got mixed in there, but I'm just gonna let it work itself out. Then we're gonna move on to some Vintage Photo, add a little brown. Very old brick wall. And then we're gonna add a little, very little ground espresso. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, got a fingerprint. Hold on, I got to cover up that fingerprint. That's gonna bug me. Wasn't planning to go down that far, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And usually that type of stuff doesn't bug me, but I know this time it would bother me, so I'm just gonna get it right out of there. Here we go. Nice old brick background. I actually think I'm going to do 2 cards because I have this card base left over from the 5,000 million trillion billion cards I made for the swap last week. So we're going to put these card bases off to the side. I'll bring Misty in. And we're going to stamp some puppies. Look how cute. Oh, let's do the puppy with the kitty and the little corgi there. And then I want one of the little cupcakes and some balloons. What's a birthday party without balloons, right? And we'll do the presents. Actually, I'm going to do the balloons on another piece of paper with some of the banners. Okay, so let's pick up our stamps. Got our Memento Tuxedo Black. Let's stamp some puppies and some kitties and some goodies. I think I need to do a little more up here. Stamped great right out of the gate. Oh yeah, okay. So let's get this out. And then we're gonna stamp some banners and balloons. Another piece of that nice heavy accent opaque paper. I think Corgie's gonna get a party hat. I'm actually gonna do a few of these, but I have one stamp, so I'm gonna stamp them one at a time. All right, let's pick them up. Looks good. All right, let's do some coloring. I've got Cali Art markers here. We've got B205, 203, and 201. So this is 5. Oh, come on. 1 and 3. So 5 is the dark, 3 is the mid, 1 is the light. So I'm going to start with 1, and I'm going to color balloons and the present. I'm going to go in with the mid. Now I'm going to go in with my darkest dark. I'm going to go back in with my light and get it all to blend out. I think I'm going to make the bowl, the dog bowl, blue as well. That's got the pup cake in it. And our banners, let's do a blue triangle. Alrighty, all the blue's done. Now we're going to move on to yellow. And for the yellows, I've got Y102, Y003, and Y107. Y102 is the light. 003 is the mid. And 107 is my dark. And actually, I think I'm going to swap. I think 03 is a little lighter. Doesn't look like it by the cap. But by the sketching it out on there, it does. So let's do a yellow banner and a yellow balloon. And we're going to do a yellow bow on the present. Okay, let's move on to green. Alrighty, I've got 3 greens. They're G503, 515, and 606. So 503 is the light. .606 is the mid. 515 is the dark. So we're going to do 1 green balloon, green banner. Okay, now we're going to move on to red for the party hat and the banners. And I have to decide on my icing color too. Alrighty, I have 2 reds here, R105 and 107. 105 is my light. I'm only doing 2 reds, not 3. Maybe we'll do some red candles. Let's do purple icing. Here I have two purples, R614 and R823. Let's just go in and color this icing purple. All right, I think we can move on to dogs and kitties. Okay, so I've got three browns. I've got Y629, Y529, and Y934 for our doggies. So let's start with this kid here. Oh, look at those two cute kids. Now let's do, I think, a gray kitty. I'm going to use two grays for the kitty. These are warm grays, 3 and 5. Let's base coat him with the light gray. On this guy's white parts, I'm going to use two cool grays, and I'm going to use them on the bones as well. So we've got cool gray, 1100 and 1102. All right, now it's time to die cut. But before we can do so, we need to cut these dies apart. A little snipping. Alrighty, let's get taping these down. All right, I'm going to run these through and I'll be back. This one I'm going to have to do a few times because I have all the extra things on it, but I'll see you when they're done. All right, here's all our little parts. Here's our two card bases. So we've got the puppy and the kitty and a balloon, puppy. And I did some pennant banners, party streamers. And we'll give this little guy the cupcake. And this little present. Ooh, maybe we can give the kitty a party hat. Yes. All right, now let's see how we're going to lay these out. Yes, okay. So we need bear glue. Stick our banners down first. Yeah, I think I want some tweezers. I think to ground my puppy, I'm going to pull in this Viva Las Vegas stamps. It's just a brush stroke, but I'm going to stamp it down here with the ground espresso. So it's kind of like a little bit of a shadow under him. So he's not just floating. Yeah. Then we'll glue him down. And the pup cake, I think I'm going to pop. Let's get this one glued together. Should use my tweezers. Now for under the puppy and the kitty, I don't want to use that brown, so I'm going to use Lost Shadow. Right about here. Glue these guys down. Let's see, now for the sentiments, I think we'll do, will it fit there? It's time for presents and cupcakes on this one. Yeah. And then the best birthdays are spent with friends. Oh, okay. Now for this, since I'm going to stamp right on the card, I am going to use the Misty. I'll leave the sentiment where I want it. We'll stamp with the black Memento ink. There's the first one. Oh, I used the wrong sentiment on that first one. I was going to use the cupcakes one. Oh well. What are you going to do? I'm not changing it. Best birthdays are spent with friends. There we go. Now it would appear that I got a spot up there. Okay, I'm going to add a little white highlight on my balloons. A little highlight on his nosy nose. I'll do the same thing over here. Boom. Now, just so you know, I intentionally did not color the flames. I'm going to stickle those at the end. All right, so those are looking pretty cute. Now let's add some bling and some hearts. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how that does. Now I want to intermingle a few hearts in here. These are from Twiddler's Nook, and I'm also going to use some close to my heart so I can get a couple of black ones. There's no black ones in this mix, but I do like the colors though, so I wanted to add them in with the sequins. Alrighty, so I have sunburst stickles for the little candle flames. And then I have Christmas red for the little sprinkles. And I'm also going to use Christmas red on the kitty cat's hat. Here's my finished card project for Something New Saturday. I use this adorable My Favorite Things stamp and die set called Presents and Pupcakes. You know, I love a good fun. So we've got 2 cards. I ended up making 2 cards because I ran across this card base I had already stenciled on, so I thought I might as well use it. So we've got this brick stencil, also from My Favorite Things. Isn't that cool? And then the matching stamp and die set. So we've got our banners, our balloons, a puppy and a kitty, a puppy. Here's the pupcake. Let's party like it's your birthday. The best birthdays are spent with best friends. Added some sequins, some stickles. There were some mistakes, but you know what? They turned out okay. Y'all have a lovely day. Remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.